Look now at some of the events to watch out for us traders on Thursday, the 15th of February. And I want to begin with the economic calendar as we look out towards what's happening overnight. We get fourth quarter preliminary look at GDP numbers coming through from Japan, which, according to some of the commentary we've been hearing from the Bank of Japan, could well be on the weak side. We'll have to see how things develop there. But Japan is beginning to make progress, and we know that the Nikkei 225 is not too far away from an all-time record high. We'll continue to monitor that throughout the morning. Australia, employment data, a whole raft of jobs data, unemployment statistics, job creations, a whole lot of numbers coming through. In the UK, we get our preliminary look at the fourth quarter GDP numbers and industrial and manufacturing production. Out of the States, retail sales, weekly jobless claims, fully fed, industrial and manufacturing production. I want to take a look at what's happening on the foreign exchange markets for the Aussie against the US dollar. Now, much of what we've seen in the recent performance here with this drop in the Australian dollar, especially on Tuesday's session, with this drop here that we had, that was really generated by that rise in the US dollar. But nonetheless, it's performed in line with what many had been expecting, and this developing head and shoulders pattern. If you take the head and shoulders projections from the head down to the neckline, which coincides with the 65.25 highs that we saw back on the 1st of September last year, that projection takes you all the way down to 61.70, levels not seen in the Aussie dollar trade since the 13th of October 2022. So that is a potential head and shoulders pattern to be looked at. Do we get more developments on that? We'll have to see what the fundamentals say in Australia, and also in the US markets for the US release of all of the data which we've seen. Now, we've seen this big rise for the US dollar recently. Will that be sustained tomorrow with more of the same in terms of some data which goes to exemplify this idea that the Fed is unlikely to cut interest rates anytime soon? Let's take a look at what's happening in terms of the corporate calendar. It's not too much here in the UK. In fact, there's very little to follow in terms of some of the big corporates to watch out for. But we have to look at what's happening in the European markets. And before the markets get underway on Thursday across Europe, we get numbers out from two big automakers. One is Stellantis, which owns a number of automakers around the world, and Renault, both on full year numbers. Airbus, full year figures as well, and also get the numbers out from one of Germany's largest banks, Commerzbank, also for the full year. And then on to the US with Coinbase Global on its fourth quarter numbers. Now, this is a stock which trades all sessions on the IG platform. It'll produce numbers for the fourth quarter after the closing bell on Thursday, so we'll get an opportunity to trade that then. This has really been all about the ETF that's been granted for Bitcoin, and expectations that this is going to be rolled out on other cryptocurrencies as well. And Coinbase really benefiting from that. Coinbase, all sessions on the IG platform, looking out for this after the closing markets on Thursday, the 15th of February.